Have you had your pills today? Have you had your pills?
The title of the piece is Vanishing Point, and the title came from, there's a book by the same title that I came across in my research when I was coming up with this story, or it was actually after the story was really developed in my head. And it comes out of a very personal story about my grandfather, and also a story of a woman I don't know, but I've seen on social media, and about her relationship to her mother who has dementia. I'm really interested in the possibilities of like unscripted, different kinds of relationships. You know, dementia and mother-daughter relationships are talked about a lot, and they're often conflictual or complicated, and I certainly relate to that. But I'm really curious about how we can also do something that surprises us. We can behave in ways that come out of like what I describe as radical compassion.
My arms, my body, my missing piece, so tiny to
So Nika's text, we actually talked about it a lot when we were composing, and we wanted to do something that is true to ourselves and what our background is. We wanted to involve a little bit of that. So we had a lot of conversation about it, and also what we did, we kind of talked about our relationship with parents, the immigration, what happened, what's going on in kind of an Iranian family, the relationship between the child and parents, and we tried to kind of incorporate some of those in this story. How would they react, the layers of that, you know, relationship that they have, the challenges, all that. So we found some spots and some parts to use that in the opera, in the story. So some of the ideas that we used is that I never had experienced anything about the dementia in my family, so I had to do a lot of reading about it, and I learned that people usually start speaking, you know, their own language, what they grew up with. So we decided to add some words in Farsi to the opera, some phrases. And then the other idea that we thought about was that when the Sarah goes through this transformation, we thought that would be nice to bring something original from Iran, and that was an original lullaby that we incorporated at the end of the piece to somehow show that's how this is a starting point for the mother and daughter to have a new bonding in a new relationship.
That's been haunting me for a long time. I really wanted to play with that idea of what happens with a trauma that is buried because somebody needs to survive and move on with their lives, and then there's a crack. And when that crack happens, something comes up from the past that needs to be resolved. And so that was sort of the idea around this particular story, where we're dropped into a moment, you know, between a mother and daughter, where the mother has that crack. The dementia becomes apparent. You know, she's sort of fraying at the edges. But in this moment, because of a rupture between the two of them, she starts to, the crack opens, the past comes rushing forward, and it's all new to the daughter. And how does she choose to behave? It's very condensed. I think that this in reality would take a lot longer, but we're dropping into this moment, and I wanted to sort of capture that moment in a formal way.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm coming from a background that we don't have that much opera. We've never heard that much opera. I've never been in an opera when I was back home. So it's a totally new thing to me. I just did one short opera when I was at university. I was doing my master's degree. That was just my only experience. So the whole thing is very new. But also I think it's good that when I don't have that much idea about it, I thought to bring some ideas that maybe it's not, we don't see it in what we used to know as an opera. So, but also balancing these two ideas was something really interesting and challenging.
I think an opera, you know, this is a new genre for me. And it was really because of the call and this project that Musica, Femmes initiated that I was given the opportunity to learn how to work in this genre. And it was incredible. And I found that this story actually worked well as an opera because there is quite a bit of deep drama and melodrama that can be played out in a way that obviously we could do it on a stage or in a film, but the opera gives it a very unique opportunity to go deep into moments and to stretch them out and to really linger in that drama, which I have completely fallen in love with. So if I have an opportunity to do another opera, I can see what the potential is now where I didn't see at the beginning.
Yellow, white, shiny, jaune and shiny, which means black, green, yellow, white, just make me tea.